This is the K-pop cast, and today we're doing a deep dive into ATEEZ's latest comeback, Adrenaline.
We also share hit replays from KATSEYE and i-dle.
But hey, before we get into those topics, don't forget to join us on the K-pop cast Slack and chip in for show costs. Links to both those things are in the episode description.
And now for hit replays. I'm your host, Stephanie.
And I'm DJ Peter Lowe. And hit replays are K-pop song recommendations for the week, the episode, in between episodes, song recommendations as of the moment of the recording. So Stephanie, kick us off. What's your hit replay?
My hit replay is i-dle featuring skaiwater and their newest song, Mono.
You're from the right or from the left, whether east or west, whether straight or gay, every day and night, dance to your real vibe, turn the effects down, let it all fade out, play the whole world in mono. Cause love is louder in mono.
So I'll just come out and say it. My jaw dropped when i-dle started singing in English and literally said the words, whether you're straight or gay. I said, what? Gay? Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
What year, what era are we in? Because, all right. So I'll just like put a pin in that because that's one of the main reasons I wanted to highlight this song to me is like, we're really in a new era, a new chapter in K-pop.
Mm-hmm.
So LGBTQIA+ pride all the way. And so to back up a little bit, this is not necessarily a surprising move for a group like i-dle. Since maybe
But Tomboy?
right, Tomboy was maybe one of their earlier forays into trying to deliver a political social commentary message. And I believe they've gotten a little more conscious and critical with their lyrics since then, with Wife and the kind of critical, satirical lyrics of Queen Card. We've seen them, since they've been around since 2018, but we've seen i-dle push boundaries in terms of the subjects you can portray and talk about. And yeah, I've been impressed with their rise, and for them to come out with lyrics that cannot be misinterpreted. They literally say straight or gay. They also say whether you're on the right or the left, and I don't really know how I feel about that one. It's like you could have left that one out, but we'll take it. Speaking of which, big shout out to skaiwater, the featuring artist, who's a 25-year-old non-binary Black British rapper and producer from Nottingham. They came up through TikTok, and it was really impactful to hear their discussion of their identity actually featured in the music video and in the song itself. There's just like no question here.
Yeah, there was videos going around of like Korean fans in the audience for this, and you can hear them repeating every word at the end of a phrase,
Left
and
or
then
right.
when it got to gay, they all just like they stop, like they're kind of like bobbing up and down to the beat, the house beat, and then when it gets to the lyric on gay, they stop bobbing and then they don't say anything.
Come
and
on.
then they continue on as if nothing happened.
Wow.
So it's just, I thought that was funny. They're not there yet in Korea.
Well, if that doesn't sum up where we're at right now in K-pop, hey, that's a reality check. And just, they still went out and did it. They're still performing it with those lyrics. So shout out, huge big ups to i-dle for pushing the envelope further.
You don't think it's pandering, Stephanie?
I feel like with where we're at in K-pop, no.
Okay.
I feel
good.
like, yeah, the fact that the Korean audiences are not ready for it at all.
Yeah.
That it shows they're doing something significant.
Okay.
And they're not queer baiting. They're not doing the thing that they kind of used to do which
With,
is
"Oh
like,
my
oh, let's
God."
have a suggestive, almost kiss, sensual moment between the members. Ooh.
Right.
But like here, they're confirming, like, yes, we are talking about LGBTQ directly. So there's, I see what you're saying. It could be construed as, pandering to the woke left, but I think they took some risk here.
Yeah, I like that it's also building on the K-pop house resurgence that we've been having lately.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a little different from a lot of the K-pop house coming out, a little more understated. I appreciate it. And so, passing it off to you for another girl group hit replay.
Okay, so my hit replay is a song for the chronically online Gen Alpha, and apparently me as well as an elder millennial. It's KATSEYE's Internet Girl.
Haven't you heard on the internet, girl? Every picture of me is, oh my God, it's her. What's the word on the internet, girl? Get your screen so high, oh, you better take a screenshot. Haven't you heard on the internet, girl? Yeah, it isn't my fault that it's always my turn. What's the word on the internet, girl? 10 out of 10, yes, not maybe, that's just how
So if you didn't already know, KATSEYE, that's in all caps for those writing it out with a K at the start, is a Los Angeles-based global girl group formed through the 2023 reality program on Netflix, the debut Dream Academy. And it's a joint venture between Hybe and Geffen Records, and it consists of 6 members: Manon, Sophia, Daniela, Laura, Megan, Yunche, representing the United States, Philippines, Switzerland, and South Korea. And they debuted in 2024 with their song Debut. What else should I say? Like, they sing in English. Like, Korean is not the first language for the group as a whole, except for Yunche. And I think they have like more of a Western pop sound. Like, honestly, they feel like they're kind of following in the footsteps or extending the roads that were paved by the Spice Girls and Pussycat Dolls. Like, it feels kind of like those things. It's like building upon it. Like, if you had to imagine those two groups.
Fifth Harmony,
yep, that's another one. So like, if you follow that evolution of that archetype from then to now, I think you just logically, like, at a metaphysical reality and evolution that you arrive at.
metaphysical.
Because, like, I keep saying the word, like, chronically online, and I think they are a reflection of that, like, for the digital native audience. And I think it's fair to say that they represent a new, maybe this is politicized, but like a new era where the K in K-pop refers more to a production methodology than a geography. And this kind of goes along with what I've been saying, like, as K-pop as a mode, a medium, a practice, and not a geography.
You've been working on this soundbite, Peter, for a while. I like that. You said it's more of a methodology than a geography. Ooh, drop the mic with the bars. Come on, Peter.
There you go. Okay, so it's a hit replay for me because I am like hella deep in the icon hole right now, and I cannot get out. Like, people may try. I'll defend Gnarly to the death, to the end.
Yeah, you're a full Gnarly convert.
Like, along with this, like, digital native Gen Alpha terminology that they live in this world, this digital world that they live in, they're like very hyper pop. And maybe I'm falling into the hyper pop rabbit hole as well. So I like it for the textured beat, excuse me, and it's got like this grungy, like, pulsing beat underneath. And then you have that contrasted nicely with their vocals on top of the track. And I think with their vocals, you're also getting this like SoCal Valley Girl based vibe in the delivery of the lyrics, where it's kind of slightly disinterested, slightly I couldn't care, like slightly sassy, all of those things.
That's so KATSEYE.
Yeah. So I think it's a nice contrast. And my 5-year-old daughter,
jealous of my mention.
Yeah, DJ John loves that thing. But yeah, like my daughter, she's been singing this song, and I don't remember.
How old is your daughter?
She's 5 years old, and
she's 5 now.
I don't remember anyone sharing this video with her. So somehow through school or something, and not even kindergarten, transitional kindergarten, TK. she's been exposed to this.
Wow.
And then she's already singing Zucchini, which I don't know how to feel about Zucchini. I feel like that's probably suggestive in some way. But also, like, again, Gen Alpha, like these internet slangs and symbols take on new meaning in their digital contexts. And
Indeed.
I don't actually know what they are. The song is popular because of the thing you in the choreography, you have to make these rapid facial expressions in the post chorus. So that's what they do.
Thanks for modeling it for us on camera.
I did not do a good job, but you get the
You were
idea.
great. Woo.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for sharing that hit replay. It's
Can I say one more thing about
Sure.
KATSEYE? So if you look at the music video for this song, it has all this like skibbity toilet, like digital vomit rainbow on it, but it also incorporates footage of the members as taken by fan cams from the fans at different like real life in person events. And it just builds on this thing that I've been saying about KATSEYE for a long time now, that like KATSEYE, like being digital native first as a concept and as a group, they are making the fan experience the official part of the lore and the story of the group. It's like,
Why not?
it's taking what was fan made and now they're making it official material by adding it into stuff like this in the music video.
Well, that content, it's gold, and it is, the fan content has always been the engine driving K-pop. So brilliant for them to incorporate it into official material. Wow.
Yes.
And they probably didn't have to pay for it either.
So what it's all about, exploiting fans.
Business.
Yeah.
Yep. Free content.
The fans are the business model.
Exactly.
Shall we dive into
Let's
what is
do it.
Daebak or not today? We're talking about ATEEZ.
Adrenaline.
That's right. So let's say you're a listener who you're like, I heard a thing about Stray Kids and BTS and EXO. They're a group that came back not too long ago. And anyway, so if you're just learning about these things, ATEEZ is an 8-member group formed from KQ Entertainment, debuted in 2018 with their EP Treasure, All to Zero. And it consists of the leader. Gosh, Stephanie, you're going to have to help me with the pronunciation.
Okay, we've
of these
got
names.
the leader Hongjun, and then we have members Seonghwa, Yuno, Yeosang, San, Mingi, Wooyoung, and Jongho.
That's right. So they're global performance idols with some very intense choreographies, combining hip hop and electronic dance music or electronic trap. When they debuted, they were like, no one knew who like KQ Entertainment was, but I think they rapidly made an impression for themselves. If you go back into like the K-pop cast archives, in 2018 we did an episode on them, like their first songs.
Yeah.
And
We knew.
we were OG fans,
Early
okay?
adopters.
Like since the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what else can we say?
Their
They've had
concept.
yeah. Let me. We've got a separate section on lore, so maybe I can
Okay.
dive into that then. Maybe I'll just say in passing here that they've had a lot of commercial milestones in 2024 and 2025. So they've been one of the only 3 K-pop acts with multiple Billboard 200 #1 albums, along with, you know who their peers are, BTS and Stray Kids, and like
Yep.
that's the top 3 right now.
And
would
it's saying so much considering they're not from a big 4 label.
yeah.
ATEEZ has been an underdog group for since they debuted.
I think ATEEZ could disrupt that mix. You know, I think they're
I hope
within
so.
a shot of getting #2 or #1. But right now, based off of like my non-data figures, like I would say that my impression is that they're a pretty solid #3 in rankings for popularity and reach and stuff.
Yeah.
They made history as the first K-pop boy group to perform at Coachella in April 2024, and their Hot 100 entries included Lemon Drop and In Your Fantasy. We talked about those songs last year.
Ooh. I believe we handed them an award for Ho Anthem for 2025 end of year.
Yes, and they've had very successful tours. We're talking about stadium-size tours, which have done very well. And I want to say that this EP arrives at a moment that I think we kind of see playing into the lore and the message with this song, Adrenaline. But it arrives at a moment when they've decided to renew their contracts. So as you know, in K-pop, there's like the quote unquote 7-year curse. So like, you know, you do your training and then your debut, and then 7 years from your debut, like you usually have like on average 7-year contract. And usually people call it quits after 7 years.
Right, because of the short attention span for groups in K-pop.
And also,
the viewers want what's new and shiny.
Because the idols are deeply in debt to the labels behind them because they are not enough of a commercial success.
Ouch.
So this arrives at a time when they've renewed their contracts for 7 more years, I think. Is it? Yeah. Through to 2032. There you go. I would say the song or Adrenaline has received mixed reception from the critics. The bias list gave it, our friend Nick from the bias list gave it a 6 out of 10, while K-pop Reviewed gave it a 7 out of 10. NV Media described it as unapologetically loud and unlike any other track in the Golden Hour series so far.
True.
It's been a commercial success thus far, so it's topped iTunes charts in over 18 countries, hitting #1 on the Bugs' real-time chart, garnering over 10 million views in a short, what was that, like 24 hours, I think? I forget.
Sure.
Okay, listeners and Stephanie.
Yes, teach me.
I want to take you on a tale involving supernatural pirates, parallel dimensions, and capitalism. Yes.
All right. Here we go.
This is the story of ATEEZ and their concept. So ATEEZ lore from Treasure introduced. So if you can bear with me, Stephanie, I'm gonna try to go through this quickly, but just so like listeners can follow along and figure out where this falls in this like convoluted space pirate, multi-dimensional capitalism, cyberpunk world.
Let's go.
Treasure introduced World A, their home, and World Z, A to the Z, as a dystopian dimension where emotions are controlled by an android human named Z. ATEEZ discovers the Chromer, a mythical hourglass artifact, enabling dimension travel, and becomes Halatees in World Z. Revolutionaries fighting back alongside the Black Pirates and Thunder resistance groups to liberate people from emotional suppression. And then we go on to the Fever series. So this is the next series of albums from 2020 to 21, which explore the experiences of navigating between worlds, dealing with the intoxicating freedom of the dreams that they could access the Chromer and the intensity of their revolutionary mission. And then we go to their next phase, the World Series, 2022 through 2023, which brought the revolution to its climax, where ATEEZ successfully defeats Z, liberates World Z's population, who then splits into 2 factions, those embodying emotional freedom and those choosing to remain controlled. You know, do you take the red pill or do you take the blue pill? And then the Golden Hour series, this is like the present theme that we're in for ATEEZ chronology, is focus on back in their life in World A. And the members, you know, former heroes, they're drunk on their memories and they dream of money. So they scatter to various jobs and they barely meet anymore until part 3. The crisis forces Woo Young to confess his deep longing to reunite with ATEEZ. And the members break free by listening to their own music from World Z.
Which brings us to
Adrenaline.
And Adrenaline represents, we're all back together and we are firing on all cylinders.
Right. So all 8 members unanimously choose to push forward with renewed intensity, symbolized by the engine and racing metaphors that we see in Adrenaline. So
thank you for
Can I just say one last thing? So 2026 is the year of the horse. So Minky has said before that we want ATEEZ to run together like horses in this year, 2026. Okay. All right, go ahead.
It all ties together. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for sharing that lore. You went way deeper than I would have ever imagined. And
they've got a advanced, convoluted like any other K-pop group.
And this is it's what I love about K-pop. There's always deeper layers. I'm about ready for a reaction though. Let's get into this video.
So listeners, if you'd like to react along with us, just go ahead and pull up ATEEZ's Adrenaline up on your browser or whatever, and you can hit play when we count down. So we'll count down 3, 2, 1. And then we'll hit play together. We'll all react along at the same time. Ready, Stephanie? All right. 3, 2, 1, go. Here we go. The KQ Entertainment.
You entertainment montage has not changed all these years.
I feel like it's a trope
opens.
to start music videos with an elevator.
Yep.
And also, this is where Not Today by BTS was filmed, right?
Really?
Yeah.
I can see that.
There's the
Similar
artifact.
message. Black hair Hongjun with the eye patch.
Because they're pirates.
Yeah. The captain.
I like that they've got this rave element because visually it
Yeah,
makes it more of a
warehouse.
danceable song.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I love the choreography. There's the shopping cart
I love seeing
homage.
that was a shopping cart reference.
Here we
Let's
go,
see
cars.
Jungho get down. Ooh. Each one of these scenes is like a scene that if we as a human were in this, we would definitely be feeling a lot of adrenaline. Hanging off a car, jumping out a car. Riding on the outside of a car in the sky. These visuals are meant to get our hearts pumping.
I like that they like the combat boots is like
Ooh,
a
he
common
scratches his
the scratch
arm.
of this car. That's cool.
That's so intense.
And here's the drop.
Hey. Woo! Pelvic thrust into the camera. Love it. Ooh, that was sexy. Woo Young saying, I know you want it.
I love this guy's voice. This is my favorite verse of the entire song right here.
Mingy?
Yeah.
It's so good. It's a cool scene visually too. Walking through the folks fighting. Yeosang notably getting more screen time. They're wearing all of their like mob daddy outfits.
Yeah, like the, what is it? Trench coats is a common outfit, a wardrobe choice
I
for
mean,
them.
they're so tall. Like
Yeah.
it looks so good on them.
Trench coats with army boots, and shirts are optional. Or if not a shirt,
Oh.
then it's a suit.
Totally. Yes, Yeosang Center. I cannot help but dance. The first thing I thought when the beat dropped is I have to see this live. I have to be in a stadium. Or a K-pop club night. This will go
Yeah.
so hard.
Yeah, the signature
Gotta have a
belts.
Jongho high note. Woo!
Like I don't know where you can go with that original drop. This is the only way you can go.
Yeah.
Like this is the only way to give
Yes,
that extra
Yuno's
volume.
floor work, everybody. Woo! Ah, shirtless Woo Young. Like yeah, the only place you can take this is like sexier.
I like that, more polished, distinguished look of the suit and the tie.
Yeah, that's one you could pull off.
No,
I think so.
maybe. And here we go. Here's
It's
the
not
artifact
over.
again.
Look at that. The elevator opened on another floor, and we see this floating, mysterious red cube.
Because it's gonna take him back to World Z. I'm
the
sure.
Sopro.
Because they find out that that's actually what they really want. They don't want the world that they were born in. World A. They want World Z. I'm sure.
Oh my gosh.
That's my only guess. for where they're
Spoilers.
taking it.
Okay. Let's find out. Wow.
Tune in next time for the
Yeah, tune in next time. Find out what happened with the red cube.
parallel dimension, anti-capitalist,
Haha.
revolutionary space pirates. Okay.
Woo.
So yeah, the song was widely popular, as we mentioned earlier. So we had a chance to grab a quote from Cheska from the Bay Area's original K-pop star Sarang Hello, and Cheska shared these thoughts about their album release opening day.
Hello to our friends at the K-pop cast. This is Cheska. I'm one of the owners of Sarang Hello, and I'm here to chat a little bit about how the ATEEZ pop-up went last weekend. Of course, our store was so grateful that we had so many ATEEZ come through. It was kind of insane. Like, we had lines way before we opened, with the earliest being on Saturday at 7 a.m., even if we opened at 11. We were able to sell raglan t-shirts, hoodies, as well as bracelets. And of course, part of it is the activities, and that's why the lines were basically lasting about 2 to 3 hours. They're able to get a special photo card if you created a playlist on any of the music streaming service apps and added all of ATEEZ's songs from their current album there. But yeah, this probably had to be the biggest turnout we've had of ATEEZ for an ATEEZ release. To be honest with you, I think we prepared ourselves for the amount of people coming, but we had no idea. I really think that it doubles every single time a new comeback is released. In terms of how fans reacted to the concept, of course, they loved it. I think it was quite an elegant concept, to be honest. And their title track, Adrenaline, was really good. It's like what you would expect from ATEEZ, just super high energy. I personally really love NASA. I think that's an amazing B-side. And yeah, I think the reception in general to this album was really good, as most ATEEZ albums are. Also, yeah, I think it was a really successful comeback for them.
Okay. All right.
There you have it.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about in terms of the lyrics and message. In terms of vibe overall, I would say bombastic.
Obviously,
and then
great descriptor.
It's about bringing the band back together and moving forward with adrenaline and engine
it's
metaphors.
Very straightforward. It has a simple metaphor that's like not even really a metaphor at the end of the day, right? There's lyrics about engines and driving. There's lyrics about the blood pumping through the veins, right? Adrenaline pumping. There's, lyrics about blowing up the party. So we're having fun, we're partying, we're going 0 to 100. Like, it's explosive in like lyrically, and very strategic use of English as well, right?
Yes. Yeah, and so to this theme of bringing the band back together and coinciding with their re-signing, they always use we. So I don't know if that's just a coincidence or overreading things, but it's the collective we of the band back together.
And so visually, the music video, it kicks off with this harsh dystopian aesthetic, and then the desert, which really reminds us of their earliest, the Treasure Era and Pirate King, right? Remember? And I'm seeing visuals kind of like Mad Max, right? Where the world has ended and these are the last folks who survived. And the video like alternates between that desert, no one's there, dystopian exterior, and then also the indoor warehouse rave garage,
which they've been doing for some time across
Yes.
a few comebacks. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Some of the standout visual moments that have been called out were the opening with Hong Jung with his eye patch, and he's in the warehouse. He is standing as a leader with everyone else doing synchronized movements. And we've seen that kind of visual with him doing his little laugh and him being confident and nonchalant with a lot of people in the background. We've seen that in many different videos. There's plenty of scenes here where although the music is driving and a lot is happening, there's something in the filming and the production where a member is pretty still, pretty static while they're singing in one part of the frame, and stuff is going on behind them.
Yeah.
Or they're sitting in the car is like flying through the air, but they seem kind of frozen in time.
Yeah.
As they're singing. And so I'm curious about what that does for us as the viewer and like how that psychologically acts on us. But I did notice that pattern.
Because they're between worlds, Stephanie, between world A and
Liminal
world Z.
space.
And they're trying to figure out what speaks to them. But yeah, like I think that's a great point that you brought up, because the 16 dancers behind the still shots of like the zoom ins of their faces and stuff, what I feel like navigate that balance between intensity, focus, and control of zooming in on your bias while still having the pulse and the energy and the dance vibe that was brought forth through the dancers, especially in like the rave-like elements in the settings that you saw in the music video. And, you know, I played this song for my wife earlier.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm hearing the beat and I start, you know, dancing, and then my wife's like, why does your like white side always come out for the song? But like, I think maybe I was as the minority, but like I felt like most people, they don't naturally feel that dance vibe with the song sonically, and having the visual appearance of all the dancers in the background dancing kind of fills that gap to make it more of a dance.
Like a lot of fans wouldn't know what to do with this beat.
Right.
Like they feel its intensity, but they're not sure how to move. Yeah, I could see that.
So like a lot of, I mean, as you heard from Cheska, like ATEEZ are plenty happy about this song, but other people online have been saying, the netizens, I'm going to like wave my hands and be very hand wavy about it. You know, have contrasted this with 17 Super, right? So 17 Super, like maybe the BPM range is actually quite close to this, right? At Super, you have like a constant beat, you know, underneath it. And yeah, you still have like an 808 like pulse underneath this song, but the drop, it feels like more trap bombastic, which builds on ATEEZ's like, you know, legacy of like a lot of their songs. Like you look at Bouncy, that was like you know, it wasn't like a constant pulse, but it had a hard drop, but more trap inspired.
That's an important delineation you're drawing there.
So I don't know if that's pro or against ATEEZ, but
hey.
Should we talk more about the music?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, like who's behind this?
Yeah,
Who's
so
the team?
let's see. It was composed by ATEEZ's longtime producer Eden, or EDEN, alongside Maddox, Olive, Pepperoni,
Who are these names?
Kikoi,
Pizza
and Blessed. That's B $D. I might be like punked here. Like, is this? I feel like someone like entered this on Wikipedia and they're like, "Oh, let's see how many people got this." But yeah, okay, marking their fourth consecutive golden hour collaboration. But yeah, like we've said it throughout, but it incorporates engine sounds. I personally think they didn't take the engine sounds far enough. And I think the missed opportunity was like right on the drop where it's silent, or right before the drop where it's silent. They should have had like an engine rev sound.
Vroom, vroom.
Yeah, exactly. And maybe it's cliche, but I think it would have like added so much more texture and grit to the song.
At least for one of them, like either the first chorus or like the last one, party chorus, to add some more drama.
I mean, that's what I was saying with like when we were reacting along to it. Like the chorus, the instrumental like drop chorus, is already pretty heavy, right? So like, if the song is already like at 10 on the like the volume knob, like how do you take it to 11?
Yeah, you got to add non-musical instruments, something that takes you out of,
and like reinterpret it somehow. So I mean, I thought the bridge was a little uninspired. I mean, I think it works, but like it just to me feels a little cliche.
We needed to bring the tension down somehow.
Well, I think they tried to do that with the very first part of the bridge. And then, you know, it was almost like a YG party chorus where it's like, okay, we're going to maintain the audio sample loop, which I think you called out was also a sample used in another pop song. And they just recycled that, but then they just changed the harmony and added more percussive elements underneath it for the third party chorus. Which is okay. I mean, like, because like I think they were out of options at that point. Like, where else do you go?
Yeah, where do you go from here?
Yeah. The one other thing that I just really want to call out about the song was that I liked it's either a kick or an 808 underneath. And having that kick or the 808 sound like the boop, 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 boop on like the downbeat and almost like a house style. It, to me, I don't know if this is just like a way I interpret the music, but surely I'm not the only one, where it felt like you're driving in a car, you know, like you're on a highway and like those bumps and the kicks are like you going over like bumps in the road, like on the, I don't know. But so for me, that worked.
Yeah.
Is that driving pulse.
Exactly. And the most recognizable part of the song, I don't know if you would call that the melody. Dun, 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 dun,
Yeah,
dun, dun,
same,
dun.
yeah.
That part, I was scrolling on TikTok and found that some folks had found the exact same set of notes, the exact same melody featured in a song by an artist named Barely Human, where the first B is substituted with a 6. And
Are you sure they're not K-pop?
I know that sounds pretty K-pop to me. And so their song Freaks, it does feature like those same notes. And I looked over at their X account and they posted something fairly vague saying, never thought me and ATEEZ would use the same melody. And so it doesn't really say whether the sample is cleared, whether they are, how they feel about that, positive or negative. All of the replies are ATEEZ, just like excited and like, oh my gosh, worlds colliding, collab please. Like, I don't know how this artist really feels, but the ATEEZ fans are overjoyed.
Yeah, well, because they're used to going from world A to world Z.
Oh,
but sorry, I'm gonna keep bringing that up like 3 times this episode. But
right.
If you go to the comments of their YouTube video, it's all like ATEEZ.
Oh wow. Hey, they're getting some new traffic, but yeah, they might feel a little bitter about that if.
I don't know. You know what I think it is? This is a common thing, honestly.
Yeah, totally.
There was a royalty-free sample that two independent producers
took from. Yeah.
Yeah. They downloaded it in a sample pack and they're like, okay, well, let me take something with this. And you know what? Like, yes, it is the same sample, but there's like, it's still not the same sound, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, you could hear how both producers for both of the two respective songs added stuff underneath it to take it in different directions. Whereas the ATEEZ brought it lower and more bombastic and like make it like more in like the reverberary sound underneath. Like the other group, it was like higher pitched. So
yeah, higher pitched and maybe a little faster. Yeah, I was looking at other songs that Barely Human has put out, and they're kind of squarely in this same genre as what ATEEZ Adrenaline is doing. So yeah, check them out.
You know what probably happened? Like they probably, you know, they're in the writers' room for like KQ Entertainment. They're like, okay, so we've got these pirate time dimension, you know, anti-capitalist revolutionaries, but still want, you know, to live in this like rustic, you know, Mad Max world. Like here's like the list of words on our mood board, and probably one of the words was like the name of something like post-apocalyptic or something, right? And the producer probably searched across sample categories using that same word, and the producer for the other group probably looked for that same vibe using the same search query. Is my guess. And then probably the sample pack that it came from had the word or description for the vibe that both artists were going for.
Ooh, yeah, that makes so much sense. I buy it. Absolutely.
Yeah. But like, I think like, what was the name of the group again?
Barely Human.
Barely Human. Okay, Barely Human.
I think it's just one artist. It's one person.
Okay, one art. Barely Human. The comments are also saying like, oh, the ATEEZ are fans now. So I think it's playing out for them. They're getting new fans.
Exactly, right. Well, welcome the K-pop fans into your orbit.
The thing that I think makes this one interesting as an evolution of ATEEZ's sound is that it incorporates more electronic sounding elements, which brings us closer to Stray Kids.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I was wondering when we're going to get into that comparison. Like a number of us on the K-pop cast commented right away like, ooh, ATEEZ is coming for Stray Kids territory with this one. And I think they're killing it. I think they are planting a flag. because who else? What other group has these bombastic drops with like no words and sound effects and is destroying stuff and cars and all, and it's Stray Kids, Bad Boys. And these two groups notably went head to head in the Kingdom survival show. So I think since then they've been in the same conversations. They've been rival groups in a way.
Yeah, I mean, just by nature being like, rivaling for 1 through 3, top 2 positions are always going to be crossing.
Who's going to be number 2, basically. Although you're saying that BTS is going to be dethroned, or like Stray Kids is going to outperform.
I don't know.
Predicting that.
You know what it is? I think it's just the demographics are different between the fandoms. Right? Like I think ARMYs are starting to trend older.
Yeah.
And stays are slightly younger, like more like current K-pop fans. And then ATEEZ, I would say the same, like current generation, like 18-year-old to 20.
Yeah. Generational difference. BTS being 3rd gen, Stray Kids, ATEEZ 4th gen.
I mean, Stray Kids is 3rd gen too, but
they are?
Yeah. They came out around the same time.
No.
Elevator. Stray Kids is, I'm pretty sure Stray Kids is a Gen 3 group.
I know.
GOT7 is the beginning of Gen 3, right? Their label mates GOT7. And they came maybe at the end of Gen 3.
Stray Kids is 2018 debut. Yeah, that's on the border. Both of them debuted
Elevator came out in 2017. Yeah. So anyway, but like the fan demographics are different regardless of when they
are in 4th generation.
Okay. Stray Kids
the
is 4th
official
generation.
Start of 4th generation is 2018. So they're like some of the older groups.
But Elevator came out in 2017.
What?
Yeah. Well, whatever. Listeners, eat us alive in the comments because you always do.
They are definitely not same gen as BTS. But yeah.
Okay. But I don't think they're too far away. Maybe by like 1 or 2 years, right? So anyway.
Yeah, for some reason I thought Stray Kids and ATEEZ had different debut years or something. I think because I just remember.
Yes, but not that far away from each other is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I remember ATEEZ being treated as like the Mangne group in Kingdom. But
ATEEZ is younger than Stray Kids, yes.
Yes, I think they're by age younger, yeah, but maybe as a group.
BTS and Stray Kids, I would say like Stray Kids is right on that border between Gen 3 and Gen 4. Right?
Yes.
ATEEZ, I would say, is pretty strong Gen 4. Yeah, I think the total headcount popularity might be more or less evenly distributed across those 3 fandoms, but the demographics of who they are may vary.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so should we wrap it up? What do you say? Was this song Daybreak or not, Stephanie? What do you think?
It is last thing I'll say
go ahead.
is that choreography for the song. They just released a performance video, and the choreography is like has so much like tension. They're like contracting their muscles like all the time, doing these like hard, like krump inspired, hip hop inspired movements. Choreography is handled by BB Trippin, who has done some of their other songs, but notably my bias, San, also participated in choreographing, and he is apparently responsible for some of those moves where they touch the pulse points, the veins and the wrist, and he wanted to show that the blood is pumping, the adrenaline's pumping through the body. So San also, this is kind of an awkward, funny point, but I heard that of all of the fan cams of the members of one of their earliest performances of this song, San's fan cam was notably taken down because apparently his sweat in his armpits was visible on his clothes, and the company didn't want that to be seen. So they took only his fan cam down. And I just think that's a travesty. Justice for idols like being human and sweating. Like, come on, who cares?
Well, I guess he's one of the rare Koreans who doesn't sweat, or who does sweat.
Who does? That's true. Maybe it's like a huge deal over there because you're not. I don't know.
Because historically, culturally, Koreans just lack the gene to, or just don't have the gene that makes you sweat in the armpits. Now,
in their latest live performances, they're all wearing like black, so like sweat cannot be seen. I wonder if that's related. Oh gosh.
But like you're saying, like for like female gays, it's like hot gays.
Totally.
It'd be hot to see the sweat. Yeah.
Yeah, like, ooh, look how hard he's working. Yeah, that would be totally attractive in many contexts. So I don't know. I think that was a miss on their part. They should have left it up. That would have been the highest viewed fan cam of them all. Just saying. At least American fans would drive up the views.
Mm.
Anyways, now we are ready for the final scores. For
I don't know how I'm
whether
gonna vote.
Adrenaline by ATEEZ is, come on, Peter, Daybok
Or not.
not. What do you mean you're not going to vote?
No, I'm saying I don't know what I'm going to vote. I don't know if it's
You
Daybok or not.
abstain? No.
No. Like,
you don't know if it's Daybok or not?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it.
You're throwing us for a loop here, Peter. I thought you were so passionate about it.
I'm passionate about ATEEZ.
What don't you like about this?
What was that song by EXO? Like Don't Stop the Music? Was that what it was called? Yeah. Can't Fight the Feeling. Don't Fight the Feeling.
Right. Uh-huh.
Like that song? Like, sorry, I'm going to take us on a detour and I'll bring us back.
All right.
Oh,
bring us back.
Okay, so EXO's Don't Fight the Feeling. What keeps me going back to that song, and maybe songs like EXO's Power, are these like rich, like a warm blanket over your body, low-end synths that just sonically, like as a sound and as an experience, keep me coming back, even though I don't really remember other parts of the song. It's just that experience of like feeling that sound keeps me coming back to songs like that. And the song Adrenaline, I feel like the producers were kind of heading in a similar direction. Like they were trying to take us in a more like a sonically interesting sound production, like in terms of like those mid to lower frequencies in the mix. That, man, I'm not articulating this well, but it's just like just a very unique sound that's like, oh, like I didn't know like music could make noise like that, and it would be something that I would embrace. It's like, so I felt like it was going for that, but at the same time, like I listened to the song for like the past 3 days, and like a couple times, like, what's the name of the song again? Oh yeah, Adrenaline. Or like, how does it go again? It's like, oh yeah, like it's just, drop, a couple lyrics over the drop, and like I hate to say it, but I kept forgetting about it. And the song that kept coming back in my head was
that
like,
tells you something.
Internet Girl.
Oh my gosh.
And the electronic beat from Internet Girl.
Okay. Gotta be true to your heart.
I think it's not.
Wow. Well, I get it. I get what you're saying.
Oh, go ahead, Stephanie.
For me, it's Daebak. It's Daebak for sure. I enjoyed it. It makes me dance. I am more committed than ever to finally seeing ATEEZ live. I have their light stick now. I got it as a birthday gift, and I'm excited to see and experience this one live in the audience.
I'm gonna be turned up, right, when they play the song live. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
like,
Peter's gonna be
I'm
turned.
gonna be
Everybody.
excited when the song plays. But it's just,
you're gonna be like, oh, that's that song.
I don't know how to articulate this. It's just like I would get excited if the song was played in a live performance environment or like in a nightclub environment. I would like it, but it just doesn't have that same like rush to the dance floor feeling as bouncy, ice on my teeth, work.
Oh, really?
Fantasy,
all of those
even
are better for you.
Fantasy.
I mean,
so
that's
good.
your favorite. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. All right. Well, it was definitely fun, like going deep into the lore and the story and the context. I think there we have it. Any final reflections?
Again, I like that 808 kick in the song. I like those parts of it, but
Parts of it, not the whole package. Anyways, that about wraps it up for our review of ATEEZ's Adrenaline. Let's wrap up by letting our listeners know where they can find us on socials. You can find me, Stephanie, at Catchlight27 on Instagram.
I'm at DJ Peterlo.
And you can find all of us on the K-Pop Cast Slack. And if you want to support the show, please consider donating to our Ko-fi. Big shout out to Chelsea H, Liz C, and Lady Senza, as always. Catch you next time.
All right. Bye, guys.